Entering the battle in the cage first into the red corner. Make some noise for Renas, Jawar.
Renas Jawar got the whole of 10th Planet Banbury here cheering him, Steve. What is 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu? I've heard of it, but I don't really know what it is. Steve, I know you're a big fan.
10th Planet was founded in the mid-2000s, Chris, as a means of answering the age-old question, is Jiu-Jitsu effective without the gi? And indeed, the master of it all, Eddie Bravo, developed a completely no-gi system, which is very, very applicable to MMA. It's a little bit flashy and has renamed a whole bunch of different positions. Now, I'm not going to say that I love 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, but a lot of my training partners go over there and get a different look. And I'm just terribly, terribly jealous. 1, over their lingo, 2, over their designs, and 3, the fact that they just get to do no gi all the time, right? I've got to put this heavy gi on, and people choke me with it, whereas they just, use their limbs to choke each other. And it is very effective, and 10th Planet Banbury has really expanded. It's got a brilliant state-of-the-art training facility, which, again, I'm jealous about, and they've got a very good series and selection of trainers and coaches and fighters over there.
Yeah.
We've seen some really, really excellent stuff.
They have a 10th Planet brown belt, Gravin Stewart. They regularly have Mick Roaster, one of the UK's first 10th Planet black belt, and he's regularly coaching at 10th Planet Banbury. And they have Chris, the Knee, me, who's I think a Woomer and various other striking organisations, striking champion, and he's helped these guys that have phenomenal jiu-jitsu really add various elements to their game and add really slick striking.
My biggest criticism of 10th Planet is it is mostly off the back. That's my biggest criticism. Whereas they need that rest.
His opponent entering the cage into the blue corner. Make some noise for James Dagnell.
My other issue with 10th Planet is the fact that they should rename themselves to 9th Planet.
Yeah.
Pluto is gone, folks. It's sad. Anyway, James Dagnell from Grantham MMA is coming out in a 63-kilo bantamweight division, and it's going to be all sorts of a banger tonight, folks. This is our kind of like super bantamweight, really, is what it is tonight.
I don't know if you've been to Grantham, Steve, but there is nothing else to do apart from go to a nice park, they got a good golf course, and do MMA. That's your 3 options.
They've got a good golf course, nice.
Good golf course.
Well, obviously the more experienced club will be 10th Planet Banbury, but there's nothing like being the upstart. And having come from a gym in my MMA career where we were always the upstart, we were always the basement gym with, that shouldn't have been going around winning fights. We love to spoil the party. There's nothing like pissing in another person's cornflakes to get you up in the morning. But it's 10th Planet Banbury standout Renas Jawar in the 63-kilo tilt against Grantham MMA's James Dagnell.
Introducing again the fighter in the red corner, weighing 60.8 kilograms, representing 10th Planet Banbury. Make some noise for Renas Jawar. And his opponent, the fighter in the blue corner, weighing 60.8 kilograms, representing Grantham MMA. Make some noise for James Dagnell.
I would say this is a debut for both these fighters, Steve, but Renas Jawar just looks a little bit more confident.
Well, it's a debut, and honestly, James Dagnell looks like he just passed his GCSEs and he's out here. So, good on you guys. Get started early, that fresh face. Remember, it's not about the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog. Both orthodox fighters. Dagnell tries to sting through with the jab early on.
This is much better, Steve. Coming out, being composed, taking your time, not rushing in.
See Dagnell switch there for a moment into southpaw, and he gets it.
Jawar keeping his chin down. Dagnell with a nice long jab.
I like that. I do. And now Jawar's trying to close down the distance. And the jab. I don't like that Dagnell's dropping his right hand like it's hot at the moment.
His hands down and chin up briefly there.
So he's almost got like a karate style going on here. Yeah.
Nice catch.
And now into the world of the grappler.
This is that 10th Planet top position you were a fan of, Steve.
Yep. Anyway, so now we're seeing a
good
little
guard
There
recovery.
we go. I was wondering if the punches there were serious or if they were just meant to mess with Jawar.
Yep. So from here, James Dagnell, because he's got his legs closed around him, he's in a position to control the posture of Renas Jawar and start throwing up submissions and being dangerous off his back.
It's early as well, so they're still going to be a bit sticky, not slippery. So those submissions can bite much harder. It's harder. It's difficult as the fight goes on to actually get a submission because you become slicker, you become slippery, and it's hard to get those things scored.
I think Renas is aware of the danger, though, from being attacked from there because he's keeping his head low. He's not avoiding. He's avoiding well, that posture in the middle. If he's very postured up, he's quite safe. If you're low like this, he is like head in his chest. You're quite safe. It's that middle ground where the guy on the bottom can throw up submissions. And Renas doing a good job of staying low and driving in. I think it's something 10th Planet people do a lot of because everyone throws up rubber guards, so you get good at driving forwards instead of trying to pull out.
Yeah, but he's crossing up his arm at the moment, and just a difficult position for Dagnell because he's just losing the positional battle.
He just had the overwrap, Steve.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Look to Seb's triangles maybe. Jawar seems to be happy to have it right under.
Yeah, it's interesting. Surprised Dagnell hasn't opened his guard and unhooked his legs. Now he's got that wrap.
Oh, he's looking
trying to get a butterfly sweep, throw up a submission. At the moment, it's just basically using it to stop Jawar getting posture and being able to hit him very hard.
He's waiting for his moment, maybe. As he opens up just briefly there. Some pushing and the hand back there. He goes back to the overhand. Oop, those are stuff. I heard that from here. It's a stiff shot over the top in the ground and pound.
We see Dagnell hitting from the bottom. What do you think of that, Steve? Does that do a lot?
Annoying if
Yeah.
you're going to use it to set something up, but usually worthless because it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Essentially, off your back, you have a lot of leverage in terms of moving bodies.
And you see it right there. It opens up the ground and pound from the top position. So if you want to draw that in, now he's just punching as a way of course.
Oh, Dagnell not happy with the strike. Slightly after the bell.
You're cheating.
I think he has a point.
Yeah, definitely. I would have done that. It's a fight after all.
Yeah.
Right? We're here to fight. If you're going to take liberties like that, which Jawar did, let him know that it can't happen. And I think that's why Alan Jackson didn't say boo about it.
I think pushing the other person away is fine. Yeah, Dagnell didn't look overly dangerous off his back. I think he needs to stay back on his feet. His striking looked good. Nice long jab at the beginning. But Renas Jawar did a good job of catching that kick, getting the takedown, and then controlling from the top. Although, right at the end of the round, managed to land some big ground and pound, but he couldn't get a lot going from that top of the guard position.
He was stifled for a little while, and I think that Dagnell's corner's got to say, listen, man, box, 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 and if you're going to kick low, and by that I mean below the knee. Angle off, kick to the calf, if that's where you're going to go.
It's one of the things, Steve, when I was fighting in the battle arena cage, although I'm a karate background, I can kick quite high. I never really threw a lot of kicks because I was always worried about being off balance, people catching my kick. Like you said, I focused on my boxing and then just kick the leg.
Yep, kick the leg a few times. I just like to knee people and knock them out. So.
Well, that works as well.
Throw cinder blocks at him. It's all to play for.
Dagnell switching stance a little bit, trying to keep him guessing.
He's a bit reactive now, so it's obvious that Jawar's got his attention. I think Jawar's starting to get that confidence.
Both fighters slamming in kicks. Oh, lovely left hand as he hit the leg kick for Dagnell. Oh, it's a big shot. Even acknowledges it, I think.
Yeah, I think Dagnell did not like the taste of that one. Jawar's coming forward, kicks to the open side like that.
Question mark kick for Dagnell. Narrowly misses. Ooh, he's got his chin up. That's the thing, Steve. I feel.
There's the jab. Jab lands.
Yeah, but he switches. Is he left-handed?
There you go again. There you go again. Two rights. Oh, he slams his head back.
Dagnell tried to hit from the bottom.
I don't know if that was just instinct or what.
Yeah.
He's bleeding now from his nose.
It's not what I wanted to see, Steve. I wanted to see Dagnell instantly try and get up, cagecraft, walk up, push away with his feet, not try to hit from the bottom.
That right hand that sent him spinning into the cage, I don't think he knew where he was there for a moment.
Jawar showing some real power.
He's definitely come in shape. He's a little bit more mature in terms of the body type of these two fighters. He's closing him down. He's got that forearm across the neck, so he's really pressuring Dagnell into the fence and giving him a bit to think about here. More activity.
It's also perfect for Jawar. He's right in his corner. He's got Gavin Stewart, Chris Mee, giving him advice. You know, expert advice is not going to lose the position. Not going to get carried away either and punch himself out.
There you go, a couple pounds coming, ground and pound coming in. Very seldom you see anything finish from the guard in terms of ground and pound, but I think Dagnell's quite worse for the wear at the moment.
Yeah, I'd like to see Dagnell trying to get the feet on the hips to push away, or throwing up submissions, or looking for a sweep, just looking for something. And I mean, Dagnell's corner is calling for a sweep. There's no further advice from them. What sweep?
One?
Yeah, what sweep? Which angle? What do you want him to do? He just needs a little bit more. Just doesn't seem to have an answer from this position.
And it is quite hard to sweep from this position in Nogi, unless you're going to attack an armbar, a triangle, omoplata. You know, dragging the arm across isn't always an option. Holding onto the wrist and getting that kind of flower sweep position isn't always an option. Standing up is the best thing.
And
get those legs out and under you and wall walk. Get your back up against the cage and stand up.
We're just seeing Dagnell throwing shots from the bottom, Steve. I mean, I appreciate his heart and his enthusiasm, but it's just not going to improve position. He's going to lose the round. It's a bit of a waste of energy.
Yeah, both rounds. 10 seconds left in a round that's easily Jawar's. Now he pushes him off, and you see that's the moment. He pops back up. There's still a lot of fight in him, but he's got to fight smart.
Yeah.
One thing to fight hard, another thing to fight smart.
I think he needs to throw caution to the wind and throw some bombs.
Keep that chin down and just start coming forward with straights. Boom, 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 all over him, like white on rice and a glass of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm.
Alan Jackson having a good look at Dagnell. He's taken some damage in this fight.
Yeah.
And Jawar's looking pretty fresh, to be honest.
He came in pretty, but, you know.
A good haircut.
Yeah, I like it.
The schoolboy assassin, James Dagnell.
All right. Last few instructions from the corners.
We've got the professional cut team. Women, female cut, all female cut team.
Or is it just the schnoz?
Well, I mean, one of the things they can do is hopefully clear that a little bit, help him breathe. And it is, once you start struggling to breathe, you think about how hard this sport is physically, how tiring it is. Then all of a sudden, you restrict your breathing by having blood pouring down your throat.
Yeah, like I said, look at him staggering out there into the third round. It's been 6 minutes, but it's been a long 6 minutes for James Dagnell in this MMA debut. But this is the nature of the game. You wanted it.
I think Dagnell's corners hopefully just told him, look, you're 2 rounds down. We've got to go for it now. I want you to throw bombs.
Stop kicking and start punching, big guy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's got a lovely left.
And I have to say, but Jawar's head is just right out there. He's obviously used to pulling it back.
Yeah.
Think about where the head's going to be. Jab it up and set up that right hand. I know it's not the most popular thing in the world, but the right hook and stepping through is quite effective here, I think, against Jawar.
Dagnell's got the nice footwork, does move around, switch his stance, give him a bit of different looks. Nice little switch there. Just needs to throw a little bit more volume, but I think, like you said, Steve, it's tired. 6 minutes of hard work.
He's right for the double leg. His hips are forward, his hands are up, and his elbows are out. If Jawar throws something to busy him in the stand-up, a jab or so, he could easily duck in onto those.
He's a shot coming in, trying to get a hook. That jab again.
Weird herky-jerky style here from Dagnell. He's on him now. Starting to get a bit of... He's got to be careful not here.
What a comeback it would be.
No kicking, big guy, no kicking.
Grabs the cage, beautiful bit of cheating.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That was a good idea from...
Now he's got to stand up. He's got to stand up and trying to signal to his cage.
That's more like it. That's more like it,
guys.
Oh, he's sitting back for a footlock, is Jawar.
Are you kidding me?
I like it. It's a once a finish. We know 10 Planet guys are good at straight footlocks.
Well, it's a straight one. He doesn't seem to have it.
No, it's going to slip out, I think, Steve. There it is. There it is.
Now he's got to stand back up.
He's got to stand up.
But he's not. He's got the foot on the hip. He kicks him back again. Now he's got to get up.
Jawar was a bit slow to get up there.
There's 1 minute and 10 seconds left. There's got to be some urgency here from Dagnell. He's got to look for the finish.
Oh, that's a jab!
That's it. That staggered him there.
Dagnell doing damage at the end of this fight, Steve. 1 minute to go. He's got to follow it up.
Boy, come forward.
What an exciting round.
I want to see it happen. Come on. Come forward. This is when you have to have that. There's 1 minute left. There's 1 minute less. 45
1 minute,
seconds.
come on!
45 seconds. Less than that.
Here we go. Dagnell's got to start throwing.
Yeah, it's got to be who wants it here. Who wants it? I'd rather these guys fought for an extra 10 minutes or so.
Jawar looks exhausted.
You're good.
Come forward, boy!
There he goes, jabbing him up.
Again.
It hurts. He's got him looking away. This kid's got it. 20 seconds left. He's got the hook. Can he put him down with something?
Nice right hook for Dagnell.
He drops in on the shot now. It's just a great way of controlling the last few seconds of this fight.
Great timing on that shot as well, Steve.
I'm just interested in something. I'm going to go and check with somebody.
What a fight. All Dagnell's got to do is go home, work on his grappling, work on fighting off his back. Real good jiu-jitsu, making space, being more dangerous off his back, wrestling, little less kicks. His striking was great. Excellent fight. Absolutely brilliant fight. What a way to end. I mean, I felt like Jawar had the fight won, but Dagnell came out that last round. He was having none of it. He threw caution to the wind, started throwing bombs, representing Grantham MMA, and nearly did it. Had Jawar in trouble a couple of times in that round. Here we go, we've got a replay. Early in the round, both fighters exhausted.
Yeah, shifts him back, steps in. There's the stinging jab, backs him up, stumbles him on his legs.
That jab of Dagnell is money in the bank.
It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. You should have stick to the jab. The only problems came was when he was kicking. And the fact that they didn't clarify that in the first round. I'm sorry, kid, but you got to go to your corner and you got to be like, listen, let's look at this and let's go to our bread and butter. That jab could have undone Jawar. He didn't have an answer for it, and he was able to do just enough on top and ground and pound you out.
So after 3 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecards for a decision. And all 3 judges have it for the fighter in the red corner. And the is next to James Dagnell.
That was all right, you know.
I quite enjoyed that.
The thing is, it's always nice to see something good. I've got our judge coming in here to do a little bit of a response to me. Sorry. It was about striking effectiveness there. It's difficult to see how effective those strikes are. Whereas if you're owning the top position in a takedown or against the fence, that is clear. A jab here and a jab there, meh.